I kissed my ex, but if you loved me, you'd understand, she said without shame. So I walked out. Now he cheated again, and she's begging to come back. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I met Maya at a mutual friend's birthday dinner. She was charming, quick-witted, and had this magnetic energy that made it hard to look away from her. She was also blunt, honest to a fault. At least that's how she sold it. I like that. I was tired of guessing games. We started dating a few weeks later. From the start, Maya made it clear she had a complicated history, mostly revolving around one person, Dylan, her ex. She spoke about him like he was this abstract force of nature. Toxic, yes, but intoxicating. Dylan and I were chaos, she'd say. We'd scream and fight, but it was real. Nothing fake or polite about it. I never liked hearing about him, but she wasn't hiding anything. At least not then. And I figured, okay, everyone has a past. I wasn't about to compete with ghosts. The first few months were incredible. She was affectionate, funny, and we'd spend whole nights just talking. I remember once she cried on my chest at 2 a.m., saying no one had ever made her feel safe before. That moment meant a lot to me. I started thinking about the future with her, not in a fantasy kind of way, but in a this-could-be-it kind of way. 6 months in, she started texting Dylan again. She said it was about closure. He had gone to therapy. He wanted to make amends. She was processing it. Do you still have feelings for him? I asked one night, when she smiled at her phone a little too long. No, she said, rolling her eyes. God, no. He's just trying to grow. He's finally acting like an adult. And you need to be part of that. I'm not sleeping with him, if that's what you're implying. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. That was the first real fight we had. I didn't yell. I just told her I wasn't comfortable with her talking to a guy who cheated on her twice and put her through hell. I thought that was reasonable. But she didn't. You're trying to control me, she said. You want to be the nice guy who saves me. But only if I erase my history for you. Maya, that's not what I'm saying. No, it is. You want the version of me that never existed. Well, guess what? Dylan is part of my story. If you can't accept that, maybe you're not the guy I thought you were. I didn't respond. I just sat with it. I had no idea what to say. A week later, I came home from work and found her on the balcony, talking on the phone. I heard her laugh, that laugh she used to save for our late-night conversations. I already knew who it was. When I walked out, she hung up fast. Was that Dylan? I asked. She didn't deny it. We just talk sometimes. He gets me. You have me. That's different. How? Because you're stable, safe, reliable. You'll always be here. I don't have to fight for you. That's not a bad thing. She looked away, then whispered, sometimes I miss the chaos. It got worse after that. She started leaving for hours with no explanation. When I asked, she'd say I was being paranoid. She stopped coming to bed with me, said she couldn't sleep unless she stayed up watching TV on the couch. I felt her pulling away, and I didn't chase. I gave her space. I thought maybe she'd snap out of it. One night, she came home late. I was already in bed. I heard the door close, soft footsteps across the floor, the fridge opening. I didn't move. The next morning, she sat on the edge of the bed like she wanted to say something, but didn't know how. I stayed quiet. Then she said it. I kissed Dylan last night. She said it like she was doing me a favor, like confessing made it okay. I sat up slowly. Why are you telling me? Because I wanted to be honest. Why did you kiss him? I don't know. It just happened. It was stupid. I didn't sleep with him, if that's what you're thinking. I didn't ask that. I felt something. I don't know what it means yet. I just looked at her. She looked right back and said the words that killed everything in me. If you really loved me, you'd accept my past, even if it's still happening. I didn't say anything. I stood up, walked to the closet, and started packing a small bag. Just essentials, clothes, documents, a charger. I didn't yell. I didn't slam a single door. Maya watched me like she couldn't believe it. Where are you going? I'll text you later, I said. That's it. I paused at the door. I looked at her one last time, eyes full of confusion, not regret. I love myself too much to compete with your past, especially when you're still living in it. I walked out, closed the door behind me, and never looked back. I didn't text her later. I didn't text her ever again. I stayed at a hotel for the first few nights. The silence was heavy at first. No humming from the kitchen, No sarcastic jokes from the living room. No soft footsteps in the hallway. I missed her presence before I remembered what that presence had become. After a week, I signed a short-term lease on a small apartment across town. No big windows. No balcony. Just a clean slate. Mutual friends started reaching out almost immediately. Dude, what happened with you and Maya? She said you flipped on her for no reason. That you got jealous and controlling. She's a mess, man. Crying all the time. I said nothing. I didn't explain, didn't defend myself. If they believed her version, they could keep it. One of the few friends I trusted, Josh, called me directly. We'd known each other since college. He asked, "You good?" I said, "Yeah." He didn't press. That's why I picked him as my emergency contact when I signed the new lease. The nights were the hardest. I'd wake up around 2 a.m. out of habit, expecting her curled next to me. But the bed was cold and flat. I'd stare at the ceiling for hours, wondering how I missed it all happening in real time. Wondering how long she'd been slipping away while I was still planning weekend getaways and buying groceries for two. I thought about the night I took off work to help her with her panic attack. She called me from the bathroom floor, shaking. I left in the middle of a meeting, no questions asked. Held her until she calmed down, even though she didn't say thank you. And the night after that, she texted Dylan while I was in the kitchen making tea. I saw the preview light up her phone screen. Can't stop thinking about earlier. Wish it was you here right now. She told me it was old. I believed her. But over time, the silence became peace. I started eating healthier. I picked up running. I didn't do it to glow up or make her jealous. I just wanted to feel like I was in control of something. I deleted every photo of us, every message thread, every memory I could find. Not out of spite, just maintenance. 6 weeks in, I got a call from an unknown number. I didn't answer. Then a text. "Maya, I know you probably hate me. I just want to talk. Please." I blocked the number. Another one followed 2 days later. Then one through email. Then came the guilt letters. Long paragraphs about how she was confused and in a bad place and never stopped loving me. "Dylan doesn't mean anything," she wrote. "You're the only person who ever showed up for me." I didn't respond to a single word. It was maybe 7 or 8 months later when I heard the news. I was sitting in a cafe near my new apartment when Josh sat down across from me, looking hesitant. "All right," he said, sipping his coffee. "You're gonna love this." I raised an eyebrow. Maya and Dylan imploded, like spectacularly. I didn't say anything. I just stirred my tea. Josh continued. "Apparently, he cheated on her with one of her coworkers. Boldly. Didn't even try to hide it. She told you that. She didn't have to. She posted some cryptic quote on Instagram about betrayal and self-worth, and her roommate spilled everything after a few drinks." I kept quiet. Josh smirked. "Come on. You've got to feel some satisfaction." I just shrugged. It was predictable. And she's unemployed now, too. Missed too many shifts chasing Dylan around like a lost puppy. Burned out. Friend group's kinda done with her. She's been acting unhinged. I nodded. "Makes sense. You're really not gonna gloat?" "No point. She made her choices." Josh sat back and shook his head. "Man, you're colder than I thought." "I'm not cold," I said. "I'm just done." It was strange. The more things unraveled for her, the less I thought about her. I didn't smile when I heard she got cheated on. I didn't fist pump when I found out she was isolated, jobless, and emotionally wrecked. I just felt nothing. Not pity. Not anger. Just distance. Like she was part of a story someone else told me once. That's when I knew I'd finally moved on. Not when I got the new apartment. Not when I deleted her number. Not even when she begged me to talk. It was when I heard she was miserable and didn't feel a thing. After the Dylan fallout, Maya went quiet for a while. Then came the texts. "New number. Hey, I don't even know if this is still your number, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. You didn't deserve any of what I put you through." I didn't respond. A few days later, "I've been doing a lot of thinking. Therapy. Journaling. All that. You were the only one who ever actually showed up for me. I see that now." Blocked. Then she got creative. I got a message request on LinkedIn. Then a long email to my work address. "You were my best friend. I miss your voice. I miss your calm. I miss how safe you made everything feel. Dylan was a mistake. I was lost and scared and stupid. Please don't let what happened be the end of us." I archived it. Then I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I picked up out of habit. "Will." It was her. I didn't say anything. "I know you probably want nothing to do with me, she said. Her voice was quieter than I remembered. Flat. Tired. But I just need 5 minutes. I need you to know how sorry I am. Silence. I messed up. I chose the past when I should have built a future. I know that now. And I miss you. Not just what we had. You. The way you looked at me. The way you never raised your voice even when I deserved it. Still, I said nothing. I don't expect you to take me back. I just need you to know you were the best thing that ever happened to me. I hung up. Didn't slam the phone. Didn't curse. Just ended the call and blocked the number again. But it didn't stop. She started showing up in places she knew I might be. My favorite coffee shop, the bookstore I liked, the park where I ran in the mornings. Always accidentally. Always with that look, like she was trying to appear surprised and sad at the same time. One day, she showed up at my workplace. I was on my lunch break, talking with a few coworkers outside when I saw her across the street. She walked right over. Maya, one of my coworkers said, "Is that your ex?" She stood in front of me like she was about to cry. "I've tried everything," she said softly. "I don't care if people see. I don't care if it's awkward. I just need you to look me in the eye and tell me you feel nothing." I stood. I stayed calm. "You wanted a man who would accept your past, even while it was still happening," I said. "I accepted it. That's why you're no longer part of my future." She blinked like I slapped her. But I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. I just walked back inside. She didn't follow. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.